Today on Pro Church Daily, we're talking about the secret to discovering endless YouTube video topics.
Well, hey there, and welcome to Pro Church Daily, the show where in 10 minutes or less you're going to get a daily dose of tips and tactics to help your church share the message of Jesus while we try and navigate the biggest communication shift we've seen in the last 500 years. I'm your host, Alex Mills, joined as always by the boss man, it's Brady Shearer, and today we're talking about the secret to discovering endless YouTube video topics.
We have done a couple of episodes of Pro Church Daily on the power of YouTube and how it's the second most visited website in the world, even more popular than Facebook, and how it is a search engine. Hundreds of thousands of people are searching every single day, asking questions about faith and Jesus and the Bible, and there aren't many churches that are creating content. And so we've had a lot of churches reach out to me and say, we're ready to take up that mantle, but what video topics should we be covering?
Where do you even start?
We don't want to just upload our sermons, so what should we be doing? And so there is a process, and it is incredibly effective to truly discovering endless video topic ideas, and so we want to walk you through that right now. The first step is to go to either the YouTube search or Google search, and if you go to the YouTube search, what you can do is type in a search that you already know is popular. So the example we've used is Bible study how-to. So feel free to use that exact one, type that in, and then look at all the channels that come up of, young people, popular channels, and then visit those channels. The alternative is just to go to YouTube and go into the search and go to Google and type in the search best Christian YouTube channels, go to those lists, and then go to those direct channels as well. And once you found like 10 different channels, go to the videos tab on those channels.
So you can see all their videos.
All their videos on one page. And then there's a sorting feature the top right corner. And what you want to do is sort those videos by most popular. So the videos that show at the top of the list are going to be their most popular videos. And now what you have are the most popular videos from Christian YouTube channels. And what this will give you is truly an endless list of video topics that you can kind of piggyback on top of. Now, why is this so effective? Well, number one, it's their most popular videos, which means people like to watch videos on that topic. There's existing social proof. That's kind of obvious. Here's the second reason why this is so popular, and this is kind of the stealth tactic. I went into my YouTube analytics. I've been learning a lot more about YouTube, studying more on it. We've invested a ton there, obviously. We're just investing more. I went to my YouTube analytics because I was curious on which videos in YouTube search are we ranking the best for. And what I discovered was that our YouTube traffic, only 10% of that traffic is made up from YouTube search. And I thought that was bizarre because 54% of the traffic comes from suggested videos and YouTube browse features. So YouTube browse features means you land on youtube.com and you've got all those suggested videos for you. Basically, people are finding Pro Church Tools videos, and I think this is true across the board. They're finding your videos not through search so much as they're finding it through recommended videos, which means you actually want to piggyback on video topics that have proven to be popular in the past, even if maybe the competition seems a little bit higher, because there's existing people searching for that video. So they'll land on the video with 1 million views, but then in the suggested videos, your video has the chance of popping up. And then when it does, people are going to go because they've already been interested in the first video. Your video is maybe a little bit different, but same topic, and then they click on that.
I remember when you shared this data with me earlier this week about 54% of our traffic is coming from suggested videos. I was shocked at first because that's a huge number. That more than half of all of our traffic is coming from that area. But then I thought about my own habits on YouTube and realized, oh yeah, that totally makes sense because often, I'll use YouTube as a search engine, type in a question, looking for an answer. I choose a video, usually one that has a good thumbnail, or a title, whatever's going to get me to click. And then from there, it's in those suggested videos that I have found most of my favorite YouTubers, most of my favorite channels. It's where I found Peter McKinnon for the first time. I think it's where I ran into Alan Palander, which is another great photographer, just watching a tutorial on Photoshop or whatever. And all of a sudden, I find a video on the suggested thing, and they turn into one of my favorite YouTubers. And so it's such a great part of the YouTube platform that we can leverage as churches, kind of piggyback on, like you said, on the popularity of those videos that have sometimes millions of views, but if you're answering a similar question, similar content, you're going to show up in those suggested videos, and before you know it, you're going to have more traffic than you ever thought you could have.
And this is what I love about YouTube. We've been investing a ton of time and energy into Instagram, for instance. And to me, at least, Instagram feels a little bit like a guessing game.
Yeah, totally.
We can post a ton of good content, and the algorithm will, it seems like, at least for me, I can't seem to find a pattern. Sometimes a video will, or sorry, a photo will do well. Sometimes it won't. And I don't know if there's like a great way to game the system and get new followers that are actually good followers. But what's amazing about YouTube, similar to search engine optimization, SEO, is that there is a way to reverse engineer the process. And there's an element of predictability to it. And what's great about this is that if you're trying to get your pastor or senior leadership to sign off on something, what you can demonstrate to them is, look, there's a little bit of an element of predictability and certainty. If we just follow the right processes and we do it for long enough, we're going to win. Whereas with maybe Instagram, you're still just subject to maybe this will work, maybe it won't sort of thing. And there is a level of certainty to every platform, but there's the most level of certainty and predictability on YouTube.
For sure.
So if you're thinking to yourself, Brady, I love this example, I love this idea, but can you do all the work for me? The answer is yes.
Yes, we've done it.
So I went through this process myself this morning. I found like 10 different YouTube channels, went through the process, that 3-step process I just shared with you. I sorted the videos on these big channels by most popular, and here are a ton of subjects that I found that your church could copy. Now make note, most of these subjects, the ones that I looked at particularly, lean a little bit younger. And the reason for that is because Gen Z is right around the corner. They're headed off to college this year. And 95% of Gen Z uses YouTube. 50% say they can't live without it. And so if you're going to start creating content, you want to create content probably that leans younger because that's where the audience and the attention already is.
Okay.
Examples I found. The untold truth about saving yourself for marriage.
A classic.
What's interesting about this video when I went to this individual's channel is that she actually did a part 2 because it has like 1.7 million views.
That's not a little bit.
So it was her most popular video, and she's like, I want to piggyback on my own popularity.
Yeah.
So again, a proven process.
Yeah.
Morning routines when it comes to devotions and what you're doing with your quiet time or reading the Bible. Worship music playlists. How to find a godly man. How to find a godly woman. And then questions about the faith. Things like, should a Christian drink? Should Christians get tattoos? Should Christians kiss before marriage? 5 steps to actually battle pornography. How to study the Bible. What our church is getting wrong about purity. Courting versus dating. What we need to stop saying about Christian singles. Is secular music evil?
Yes.
Spoiler alert, yes. Should you have sex before marriage? And so these are all questions, essentially, that young people are asking, trying to figure out. And when I was young, I went to youth group, and I heard messages about them. I went to my pastor and asked him or her directly, here what you can do is you can create videos. And for the hundreds of thousands of young people, Gen Z, who want to know the answers to these questions, you can create content and answer them for them online.
So good.
The featured resource we wanted to highlight for today is the 2-part church announcements formula. You can find that linked in the show notes. I've presented more than 30,000 church announcements, which is obscene. And so I've taken everything that I've learned from that, put it into a formula. It's 100% free in the show notes. Check it out. That'll do it for this episode of Pro Church Daily. We'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Pro Church Daily. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you never miss another video.
Hey, we like you. You like us.
Maybe.
Did you like this video?
Hopefully.
Why don't you tell us?
Give it a like.